Bonne nuit. I'm not sure if that's day or night. This is what we are doing for dinner tonight. Monsieur Paul. This is a prefix menu, which we are going to enjoy this evening. Ooh la la. I have to figure out what things are safe for me. Again, this is not a Disney-owned restaurant, so sometimes things are not as accommodating. But, my good gentles, welcome, ooh la la, to Monsieur Paul. I realized I've been wearing my hat inside a restaurant, and that is not appropriate because this is a very elegant restaurant. Monsieur Paul it is the top tier restaurant you would find here. What I am showing you right now are the menus. So they start with the possibility of doing caviar, and I probably won't do that because I'm looking at the 2 tasting menus, and that's going to be a sufficient amount of food, I think. My problem is looking at the Presitge, which is their newest menu they've just come out with. Unfortunately, the first 2 items on the menu I am extremely allergic to. Lobster is unfortunately a no-no for me, which, as much as I would adore it, I cannot have. So what my waiter Lucas is doing right now is he is going to the chef. He is confirming with him if they could give me this menu but modify some other items to replace out the items I'm allergic to, and if the rest of the menu could be modified for gluten-free. If he says no, then we'll go to the discovery menu. So this is the menu you're looking at now, and this has the welcome cocktail with amuse-bouche, appetizer seafood, trou normand. I'm pronouncing it badly. The meats, the cheeses, the desserts, fromage. God, I love the fromage. So there are 2 options for each, and you pick the one that is best suited for you. For me, it'll end up being pick the one that is appropriate for my allergies. Now, just so you know, my reservation was at 5:45, but they sat me at 5:30 when I got here, which is perfect because the sooner it's going to be a longer meal, and if they already have the space and they can seat me, that's perfect. And he's here, so I'll tell you in a minute. I have no idea if I'm going to ever make it out of here. I am going with the Presitge, which is, I think, 8 courses. Again, smaller tasting menu. It is $260. I have no idea if there's any discounts. There may not be. This is in park. Like, you could come in here in your regular clothes. I see somebody in a Mandalorian spirit jersey. I see, all kinds of casual, comfortable clothing. But it's an elevated experience. It is quiet. It is peaceful. I don't want to show the restaurant, but it's beautiful. So we are going with the Presitge menu. We're going to do the wine pairings as well, and we'll tell you what everything's like as we get it. Begin the meal with a Blanc de Blanc champagne, and I believe there will be an amuse-bouche that comes with. But it is I think he said Chardonnay was part of it, but it's Blanc de Blanc. So you've got what's that smell? It's kind of creamy. Let me give it a taste. Oh, okay. It's not my favorite palate. Dead center on the palate. Like persimmon? Is that the smell? I want to see what this pairs with. It's not creamy. It's and it's not citrus. I kind of get that. That kind of persimmon that kind of pulls at your mouth. I mean, it's very elegant. You can tell it's quality champagne. It's not even sour. It's like, what is that? Persimmon. Sorry. Persimmon is probably the best flavor I can get because there's something that I don't like about persimmons. That kind of dry flavor on your palate. So like I said, again, I've been given my spoon for my amuse-bouche. We will see what that's like and compare it. See what that does to the flavor. Because when they do it as wine pairings, yes, you want to taste the wine on its own, but what it's really about is pairing the wine to the meal. So I've had a couple sips. I know what that's like. Once the amuse-bouche gets here and I know what that flavor is, I'll tell you how it all combines together. This is a full glass of champagne. Like 6 ounces. Now, they said the wine pours for these should be 2 ounces, which I'm fine with. I would like to walk out of the park I will be warm no matter what, but I would like to be able to walk out of the park. I'm going to keep my volume down because I don't want to disturb other people. Luckily, there's nobody really close to me. So yeah, I'll tell you when the next piece gets here. I do ever want to show you the view. So if I was staying for the fireworks, right there, that's the fireworks piece. So this would be an unbelievably view. If you got a reservation and you sat here at, say, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, because my guess is this tasting menu is going to take some time, that's a view. Now, I don't plan on staying here tonight because I was hoping to be at Magic Kingdom. However, if things run long enough, I will have a beautiful view if that's the choice I make. And if I do not, I will have a lovely, hopeful parade view. And if I don't see the parade this time, I'm back in March. It'll happen. It will happen. I will make it happen at some point soon. Because I do want to make sure I go to my room tonight, get a solid night's sleep, because I've got a long day that is not related to this at all tomorrow. So my amuse-bouche has arrived. The picture will go right here. The first is a snail in the celery root, I believe he said. So we're going to try that. It comes in a little cup. Oh, it's nice and warm. It's got a nice kind of earthy smell. Notably salted. Oh, how lovely. It's like you get that kind of salty flavor in here, like a brandy from the natural seafood, but not on the top of the palate. You're not going to try it with the champagne. And that's where it makes sense. See, that's why I love pairings. Celery root, as I said. Such delicate flavors. I'm not going to drink it. I want to. I'm not going to. And again, that sauce, or the juice, I guess. That makes a lot of sense. The second is celiac root with truffle. It's like a cream of celery soup with an earthiness based over it. And they call this sort of an amuse-bouche is 3 bites to set your palate, to get your gastrointestinal system ready for the fun. Again, it's not over salted. Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, the last part is there was something green on the bottom. I'm not sure what that was, but it's a goat cheese with rice. That is an amazing goat cheese. Not closer to a chev. Again, not over salted. A little bit of salt and whatever the green stuff was at the bottom. Yeah, they balance each other out. It's a good pairing. I'm surprised that my glass of champagne is so big, though. And Blanc de Blanc, it's not my favorite. But here's the thing. I've had wines where they were not my favorite. But the second you put it with the food that it's supposed to be paired with, it makes sense. With this amuse-bouche, it makes sense. It's lightly but earthy, but that picks, yeah. One of my favorite bites I ever had, Chateau Saint Michel, American Vineyard in Washington. And they did a dessert, and then they did a wine pairing with it as part of a meal we had with them. And it was an apple strawberry crumble, or strawberry rhubarb crumble. And I could still have everything back then, or at least I didn't know I couldn't have it. And the balance was amazing. And someone had saved it for me, and then I got the ice wine that kind of was there as well, that you could get extras tasting. And you took a bite of the strawberry rhubarb, it was really good, and then you took a sip of the ice wine, and they blended into each other. It was amazing. That's what a good pairing is about, and that's what I'm looking for in this kind of a meal. Now, This is not something, if you don't have a lot of money to splurge. I mean, there are a couple of people I know who do dining reviews here who I guarantee you will trash this because it's so expensive and they don't see the point. But I see the artwork in this, and to me, that's Festival of the Arts. That's what's important to me, is the skills, the balance, and perfect use and blending of ingredients. I was right, the goat cheese was a chev. And I like the celery gluten. I told the gentleman, my server, that I love the fact that it's not over salted because so much is here. It's just lovely, just lovely. So, we will be back with the next course. I may not finish the champagne because it was such a good balance for that, but I'm not necessarily a fan of it on its own. Learn and balance. So we have the first Sauvignon Blanc. And unfortunately, I am not going to pronounce the name, but this is the first one that comes with the pairing. He said we're going to get a lot of white fruits like pear and peach, honey. So let's see what we think. Oh yeah, absolutely. I smell the peach. Oh, but it's light though.
It might only be 6 inches, but it needs to be in a 6-foot tank at least. That's why it's 6 foot tank. So lowest and most.
Very dry. But yes, you get the taste of honey sort of in your mid-tongue, peach at the back. I pick up peach more than pear, but that may be my palate. That's really nice. That's really interesting. But not sweet. Not a sugary flavor at all. Not super fruit forward, but not medicinal. So it's got a good balance. Again, I tend, when I do my Sauvignon Blancs, to go a little bit sweeter. Not sugary sweet, but a lot more fruit. This is nice. So again, looking forward to seeing what course comes with it and seeing what that's all about. This dish is modified for my crustacean allergy. You have a sheet of cabbage with the saltiest of caviars on top. Underneath is a sea bass, and then the sauce put around it is a white wine sauce. It looks like there's a pesto base in there, so let's find out. So because they did say, okay, so it cuts relatively easily, but I didn't want to do all of the sea bass in one. So we are going to try.
This is for you.
Merci.
The gluten-free bread, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Ooh. And an artichoke puree. Oh my. Oh my. I will try both of mine. Now normally, this dish would be done with the lagostine, with the lobster. This big lobster. Oh my god, the artichoke puree is so good. Buttery. Something a little bit like a celery crunch, not like a crunch. I don't like the wine with it. I'm going to try another bite, and I'm going to try it with the champagne. Because that butteriness is pretty awesome. I like the champagne with it more. I like the champagne with it more. Really nice. That artichoke puree, top notch. The cabbage, I think, to add the crunch and the texture and to make the mystique of hiding the sea bass and having something that the caviar can nicely sit on. But the white wine sauce you did was almost like a beurre blanc. Let me see what this oil is. Maybe a basil oil? It's a green oil. Very herbaceous. It's basil-y. It's not, yeah. Basil doesn't make sense with this palette. Oh my god. That's really good. And again, tiny bites, not big portions. It's about the flavor. And I don't know if you've ever discovered this about me. I would love to try 20 different things, but only have a bite or two, generally. And that if I really like something, have more. This is giving me that opportunity, and that's why I love tasting menus. Yes, there's a lot more effort that goes into prepare them, and that's why they're expensive, but this is awesome. So we now have the second Sauvignon Blanc. I'm showing you a picture. It's a Poulet Fumé. This is 2023. They said actually 2022 was the best year for this wine. So this actually probably needs more time to age. I think he was admitting, but that's okay. So we're going to try. He said this one is more citrus, where the other one was more peach and pear. Yeah, I can smell the grapefruit. Oh, this is going to be one I like, I can tell. Oh, wow. That has so much grapefruit. That has so much. I want to try it against the one that was peach pear. So this one is from Bordeaux, which is the peach pear. The other one is from the Louvre Valley. I know I'm good at mispronouncing it. For those of you who know French, please correct me. Gently, please. But yes. Yeah. Oh my God. It's almost like the grapefruit peel, that inside. He left me the whole bottle. I'm not sure why. I don't think he wanted to do that. It's closed. I can't open it, but yeah, I like that one more. That's more my palate when it comes to Sauvignon Blanc, because you taste the fruit. Again, it's not sweet. It's grapefruit. It's almost sour, but you taste the fruit, whereas it's like the peach within it, but it's very gentle. There are 8 courses, and there is wine with each of them. And while it's still only a 2-ounce pour, there's wine with each of them. I am going to be toasty tonight, which is good because it's so cold.
So for the next course, you're gonna have your appetizer.
Tuna.
So it's gonna be the tuna, yes, on the right side with a little small dash of Dorenki caviar on the top.
Okay.
On the left side, you're gonna be the beetroot declinaison with, it's gonna be poached, roast, and confit with small dots.
With beets, okay.
Yes, beets. You're gonna have
Poached,
the red one, the
roasted, and confit.
and pickled as well. and dots.
Pickled, okay.
On the top, we're gonna put the nage, the small dressing with only vinegar and herbs.
Okay.
It's very good because bring you a little touch of salt as well.
So this is the second entree. I don't know what you would call this. They're all little tiny tasting plates. This is the second one that I had to have modified because of lobster. So as you can see, they've done a tuna instead, and then you've got the beets. And they said they were roasted. You heard him. I'm going to go with what he said, and if I need to type it, I'll type it. So I'm going to start with the beets. I'm going to start with the little golden beet that I see in the front here. And he says it looks like an aspic, actually. That kind of jellied. So I see where he's getting the salt. It's very light. All right, let me try this on the tuna. I just turned my knife upside down because I'm a schmoo. Okay. So, bon appetit. So I see where it brings the salt. I'm not getting as much. I get a little bit of vinegar, but not as much vinegar as I would have expected. In terms of courses, I like the other one better than this. Ooh, but that pickled beet is lovely. It's a hard, crunchy beet. But between the flavors they've added and that pickling, yeah, that's a pickled hard beet, whereas the other one was roasted. So the golden beet is roasted. The red beet is kind of hard, crunchy pickled. That's nice. And then with the tuna, oh, I forgot, he put the caviar on it, but it's only on the 2 pieces, so I haven't tried it yet. So let's see what that does for the salt level. Oh, and I forgot, we have the wine to go with it. And again, a good pairing is going to make the wine balance out, so let's give it a try. It softens it. It also takes the sourness, like I still get grapefruit, but I lose the sourness on it. So that's actually kind of fascinating. That's when I love good pairings. Okay, that's the tuna with, there's the salt. Caviar helped the salt. Oh, see, when you put it against the fish, it takes all of that sour bitterness. Like originally it was almost like grapefruit peel. Gone. Lovely. So I had to take a break and go to the lavatoire. And when I came back, I have a new folded napkin. My old napkin is gone. But I have a new one. There's a gentleman at the table next to me also eating solo tonight. And he has the actual full version of the soup that I am getting modified. And it's got this beautiful puffed pastry on top. And I'm looking at it going, I want puffed pastry. I'm allergic. I can't have them all. Not allergic, it's not the right word, but I can't have it with the gluten. So I will have gluten-free bread on top of it. It will be infinitely less impressive looking, but let's see what they come up with. Also, when I stepped away, they cleaned the table. They got all the extra wine glasses out of the way, so I still have a good amount of the champagne left. And I think 5 more courses and more alcohol. But my face is warm, which is going to help me when I leave here tonight. I have about half my dinner roll. They did not put butter with it. They didn't say, here's bread and butter. They just gave me the bread. So we shall see. New wine is coming.
Right, so this is gonna be your last white wine.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, it's gonna be the Pouilly Fumé. Regular.
Fumé.
So we are in the Burgundy area.
Okay.
Like on the north
Back to
side.
Burgundy.
Yeah, white.
Okay.
It's gonna be 100% of Chardonnay inside of this one.
Okay, so this is Chardonnay. Okay.
And we'll find the flavors of pear and apple.
Okay, pear and apple.
And we're gonna have as well a small touch of citrus, like I said, the agrumes.
Okay, so it's sort of almost the other two combined together.
Yes.
But
yes,
the citrus and one.
Yeah, but it's like not literally the same because before was only Sauvignon Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are in the
we're in Chardonnay. So this isn't going to be oaky. It's not going to be buttery. It's going to still be on the fruit side.
Of course, yeah, you're going to find a small touch of butter and nuts as well.
Nuts.
But you have to find it. But you can find it inside of it. Yes.
Okay.
And it's very great. Okay.
Wonderful.
One of the best here.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. No, it's got a little look. He said this is one of their top wines in this restaurant. So it's all for me by smell only, and this can still be deceiving. It's got that flat, almost an edge of medicinal that you get, or minerality. Minerality is the better term, not medicinal. Yeah, it's extremely mineral. Mm-hmm. Complicated. Dead center, you get that minerality in there. It's not as bitter. Oh, what is that in the center of the palate? It's like toast. Sorry, I have to do this again. Remember, you don't have to get these pairings. This is just me. It's like warm toastiness up in your center palate, like up center. I have no idea what that sound was. I'm hoping I didn't drop something. I'll check before I leave. But dead center palate, but up at the top. Like if you went here and then here, yeah, it's that kind of toastiness. Very mineral. And that a Chardonnay tends to be more mineral than a Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc tends to be more fruit. I'm getting more pear. I can see where he says apple. I'm getting less citrus than what I was expecting. Complicated, nice, and not super oaky, thank goodness, because the oaky literally burns my tongue. So this is really nice. So I'll tell you when the pairing comes with it. Hey, so this is your red snapper. It has gotten the potatoes, which are representative of the scales of the fish. They sear it on only one side, not both sides. So I assume that so it balances, so it looks on the other side. The sauce you see around it is the same sauce they had on the last dish I really liked. Plus the brown you're seeing is actually maple syrup. So I'm very curious about this and with the Chardonnay. So we are going to start by cutting into it. And it's probably 2 ounces of fish. I'm going to slide it into the sauce just so we can see what that's like. The potato scales have fallen off. Don't look. The fish, clean and simple. No complications. Not tons of salt. Not tons of extra stuff. Hold on. Okay, if you're a foodie, come here. If you're a gluten-free foodie, come here. I think I'm about to cry. Okay. Not oversalted. Clean. Simple. The potatoes have a crunch to them. And then when you add that wonderful fish sauce that they have, that was like the beurre blanc thing I was talking about, the last one, plus this sweetness. I mean, just smelling the plate. Oh my God. Oh my God. The wine is a good pairing. Is it perfection? Actually, I'm curious to try. I'm going to try this with the champagne because I still have that bit of champagne. So we're going to, again, run it through the other two sauces. Okay. Just so light. A little bit of lemon in there. They said orange zest. Yeah, I like that with it. Again, I am not always fond of French wines as French wines. Wow. Oh, this is beautiful. This is so stunning. And look, I gotta tell you, the smell coming off the plate. Oh my God. Now, right before I forget, this is not a Disney-owned restaurant. This is an external company. So you're not going to see the purple sticks coming in for allergy. Please don't freak out. They are aware of my allergies, and they built the menu based on that. I mean, what they had to modify based on that. So some of it they haven't changed at all. If you were really sensitive, okay, you handle with care. But, oh my goodness. I'm glad that's their favorite Chardonnay. Champagne's better on this. So this is a much more complicated dish. So first, the wine is the first red wine we're getting. It is a Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot blended together. This is my waitstaff's favorite wine. So we're going to start with that. And you can see they're small pours. The second is the truffle soup. So there's a story behind this, and I'm going to get it wrong, but I will try to remember what I can. Monsieur Paul created this recipe in 1971, I believe, and it is the big thing that they have is the mushrooms and a couple other ingredients, but the last ingredient would be foie gras. They are not allowed to use foie gras here because of Disney. I'm not sure what the rules are, but something about that ingredient they can't use. Because of that, he said you have to obviously go to Monsieur Paul's restaurants in France to get the actual. But the concept is you have to break the crust to enjoy the meal. Now, normally this comes with a beautiful fluffy pastry that the gentleman next to me was eating a little while ago, and it looked amazing, and I'm jealous. So because I cannot have that, you see a little thin rice cracker thing over. But he said, again, you want to break the crust and then go in. Breaking the crust, though, technically supposedly means that there's, I'm going to get it wrong, I apologize in advance, but there's like a lavender lemon bread or something that comes with it that is what he was referring to, that you dip into it. So obviously we can't do that. But this is a truffle soup. So we're going to start with the wine first. Now what I love about this, I cannot often handle Cabernet Sauvignon because of the oak in it. It actually hurts my tongue. So I get the earthiness, I get the woodiness, and there's something niggling right here. Okay, I haven't tried it yet, but it almost smells plasticky right here. And it's a smell, it's not a taste. So let's see what it tastes like. The this is my waiter's favorite. So far, it's my least favorite. It's not hurting my tongue. Earthy. Again, it's that something in here, and I get it in here. I'm gonna drink some regular water. I realize I have not drunk enough regular water. I want to try it with the soup. Okay, well, there's no crunch to this, it just went in. We're going to break that in, and we're going to try the soup. Okay. So, as a mushroom soup, so much truffle, so much of that smell. It is a clear soup. I'm putting my little piece of whatever this was, bread-wise, in. I'm so jealous of the people who can have the pastry. They said it was a mirepoix. The truffles and the mirepoix. Oh, there was something else in here. This is why I hate not filming them, but I don't want to film them. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. Alright, let's try it with the soup. The wine. It's okay together. The soup alone, fabulous. I disagree with the waiter's taste in wine, but that's okay. So, you can see the mirepoix. Mirepoix, for those of you who don't know, is celery, carrot, onion as a cooked base. And then a clear broth. So much mushroom flavor coming through. If you don't like mushrooms, do not eat this. Oh my god, that's so good. Now for me, it's almost too medicinal, the wine. It's definitely a French wine. Hold on, while it's still in my palate. If I have the wine first and the soup after, fabulous. If I have the soup first and the wine after, I don't like it. We'll try it again. Yeah, that makes all the difference. So the wine itself, earthy, woodsy. I don't want to use the term bitter because that's not right. Verging on medicinal. And then when you add the earthiness of the mushrooms itself, that's where it makes it. Okay. The soup is lovely. And the little thin layer they put on for me has no crunch left, no texture left. But it has a flavor. And it's adding a little butteriness to it. So that works. What we have is now our palate cleanser, our digestif. So they've taken basically broken up, you'll see a picture of it here, broken up pieces of basically lemon with sugar, etc. And then they have added in an alcohol, 3 drops, almost nothing. That is an elixir of herbs, etc. It's very medicinal in scent. He let me smell it. And it's to help digest, balance the system, and allow you to be able to enjoy the rest of your courses. Because remember, I still have a meat course coming. So we're only halfway done. So, picture a very light lemon sorbet. Wow. What is that flavor? All kinds of herbs. It's supposed to be great for your system. It sounds like it's good for your biome. Just a crazy combination of plants and herbs. I don't even know how to describe it. I get lemon peel in there. Yeah, definitely lemon peel. And a high-end clove kind of. I mean, basically, it's. I think he said it was 72, 27? I don't know. I've had far too much alcohol, but many herbs. And it's a tiny bit. It's just enough to clean your palate, digestive. I need to stop leaving this table to go to the restroom. They've given me another new napkin. I feel bad. I mean, I think I was gone 3 minutes, if that. I also need more water. Yeah, and yet another wine. So this is... I don't remember what he said it was from. It is strawberry cassis, stone fruit, I think he said. But it's Grenache, Mourvèdre, and Shiraz, which sounds like I'm going to like it. It still has a little bit of a minerality in the scent. Ooh, yeah. A lot more fruit forward. Still has a slight medicinal back end to it. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I've asked for more water, and I'm going to wait until the water gets here, and I need to drink a lot more water because I don't know if you can see it. My face is very flushed, and I can feel... I don't drink a whole lot these days. So wine pairings with a meal, this is a lot for me. If I was sharing a meal with somebody, I would have split the wine pairings with them, like got one set of wine pairings and we would have both tasted them. But it's hit me. Okay. This is a very small petit filet on mashed potatoes, sunchokes. The sauce is a bone marrow with sunchoke blended in. It smells amazing. They added the sunchoke puree on top afterwards, the bone marrow puree. We're going to try this. Very tender. It's like almost pulls apart when you cut it. And they had asked me how I wanted to cut, and I said, whatever the chef recommends, because I know he's going to understand, or he or she is going to understand what makes the food sing. So, what do I think? Very nice. I taste the truffle in there. Very light mashed potatoes. Again, nothing is over salted for all that is holy with this location. I am grateful that they are not over salting. Again, the meat cuts beautifully. I don't know if you can see it there. Slight scraininess to the meat. The flavor is phenomenal. The cook is phenomenal. I like the crunch of the sunchoke and then the mushrooms in there. Really lovely. I'm not fond of that pairing. However, what I love about this, they have not oversalted anything. You know how much I complain about salt at all the Disney stuff? And this is not Disney owned. Beautiful mushrooms. The sunchoke adds a little bit of a lightness, a brightness to it. This is amazingly good. I just had some fresh parsley in there, and I'm getting the parsley flavor kind of infusing everything. Really lovely. And I apologize. I can tell you right now the wine is hitting me a lot harder than I expected. I may not... I'm taking sips of the wine now rather than overwhelming myself with it. Because you don't have to finish it even though you bought it. Very tipsy. I'm on the last red wine of the dinner, and I think I've got one other course after that. So this is all Pinot Noir. Let's see. He said cherry, raspberry. I don't think he said cassis this time. Smoke. He did mention smoke. And I can smell the smoke. Because it hits like right in here on my nose. earth. If you've had a good Pinot Noir, I mean, it's not as earthy as a Chateau de Neuf de Pape, but it's earthy. That is definitively earthy. So I'm curious. I think this is with the cheese course. So I'm curious to see what this one's about.
On the left side, you're gonna start with the foam, the French Comté cheese foam, with Piment d'Espelette on the top, 5 months aged.
Okay.
In the middle, you're gonna have just a simple slice of French Comté cheese with a small touch of lettuce, 14 months aged.
14.
And on the right side, we will finish with maybe the most beautiful one, 24 months aged, with a small touch of peanuts of walnut. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you're gonna have as well one
Right,
piece
just in
of
case.
gluten-free bread.
Thank you very much.
So the perfect bite for me is to start with the foam after the slice and
And then
finish with
move
the
my
sauce.
way through. Okay, perfect.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me get pictures of the cheeses for you. So this is the foam. This is the cheese. Almost looks like a Gouda. And then the pièce de résistance, the most aged. And I don't know if you heard what he said. So we're going to start by taking the canif. I'm not sure I can handle this much cheese right now. I am wearing cheese in my hair. Okay. The foam tastes a lot like the sauce. Too much foam right now. This is an investment, this kind of a meal. What is this? Yeah, I think I've hit my limit on that. Ooh, that was spicy. So they had this very fine kind of almost crisped cheese on the top. Had a kick. Okay. We're now going to try the cheese. Okay, this is nice. Oh, it's very nice. I think I'm gonna have to take the wine away. I don't like the Pinot Noir with this. I'm gonna try the Grenache Mourvèdre Shiraz blend. Better. I'm gonna try the last one. The earlier one. God save me, I can't remember. No, too bland. Just out of curiosity. Actually blends a little bit with the white. Okay, so the cheese in the middle, very good. And then they give me some more gluten-free bread, I guess, to spread the cheese. So I'm gonna try the last cheese. Very creamy. Cold. Not bad. Out of the three, I do not think whatever that lump was that I was supposed to take. Oh, that's the nuts. Like a pureed hazelnut. Oh, that makes a difference with that cheese. Wow, that makes a nice difference with that cheese. Okay, so the nuts were very, very nice with the last cheese. The middle cheese, I think I like the most. I like this a lot. I'm not fond of the We'll leave the foam. And then for the dessert, instead of the Valhalla cheese, the chocolate dessert that they have on the menu, they will be giving me the chocolate sphere that comes with one of the other menu options. And while it's not ideal, it'd be nice that it has an upscale value item. That's fine. Because everything else has been so exceptional. This is lovely. Yeah, the cheese is good. The last cheese with the nut, the darker dollop you see on the plate, which was the nut. Fabulous. The middle cheese, very good. Not fond of the foam. And it may just be a consistency thing for me. Yeah, I think I need to say no to the foam. It's a shame the dish is nice and warm, but not the right flavor palette for me. So I'm gonna say, let's be comfortable and go with the things we know we like. Wine pairing. Better. And you probably need the fattiness of the cheese against the bitterness of the wine to make that balance out.
And I'm putting a chocolate sauce milk with a reduction of cognac inside.
But it doesn't want to melt because it's so cold outside. Oh, there it goes.
Here we go. I just want to open it. Here we are. Enjoy.
Alright, so the top half is still separated. There's meringue inside. So I'm gonna pull out. This is a mess. I'm gonna take the top off. I think there's a mousse. You did not see that. Oh my god. Very sweet. There's something crunchy in, like rice cake crunchy. The meringue, that's what it is. It's meringue crunchy. Definitely sugary, but not frighteningly over the sweet. Yeah, there's meringue. Oh, goodness. So I think we've got meringues, which are traditional crunchy meringues. I believe this is like a caramel, not salty, not overly sweet. Chocolate is sweeter. And this is lovely. Complicated. Let me see what else is in here.
Oh, this is for you for the dessert. You're gonna have the cognac, le Grand Marnier. So what's the story about the Grand Marnier? Mr. Marnier wanted to create one cocktail, one alcohol, I don't say the cocktail, one alcohol. And he wanted to make it for Mr. Ritz, the man who created after the Hotel Ritz Carlton.
Okay, yep.
And he said, okay, but what's the name for this amazing alcohol, this greatness alcohol? He said, I wanted to name it Le Petit Curaçao.
Okay.
But it's, in
a curacao, which would be an orange. Okay.
But yeah, because you can find a lot of orange inside of it.
Right.
But in French, Le Petit means small.
Right.
But he said, for me,
it's small. It's grand.
It's not like the best name for a very good alcohol like this. So he said, for me, Le Grand Marnier can be great because Grand is big.
Right.
Is the name of the man who wanted to create this alcohol.
Okay, great. Okay. Thank you. Merci. C'est Grand Marnier. I don't even smell the orange, and I know it's got orange in it. So they do it as a cognac, a Grand Marnier. Try it again. Too medicinal for me. I do not mind Grand Marnier mixed in things, but that's too much. It tastes like the center of this has an ice cream in it. Ooh, the vanilla bean ice cream. It's lovely. It's a lot of sugar. I may not be able to finish it. This is, yeah, this is nice. Would I do the wine pairings again? Well, the wine pairings enhance and definitely fill in the flavors. If you're a lightweight like I am these days, probably not a good choice. If you drink on a regular basis, have a glass of wine regularly kind of thing, this would be doable. But I mean, I will take a picture and show you the lineup of the alcohol I did not drink, so you can see. But lovely, lovely. Dessert, great flavor. Yeah. So right in the center of that melted sphere is a cold vanilla bean ice cream. Against that, the meringues are not overly sweet. They're very sweet, but they're not overly sweet. And the chocolate's very nice.
It's for you as well. A small present from Monsieur Paul. It's gonna be 2 million, these 2 macarons, gluten free. We're gonna have strawberry lime and orange chocolate.
Oh, I'm very excited. No discounts. That's fine. I knew it was going to be a pricier meal, and I expected that. And we are here to enjoy. Because sometimes you want to treat yourself to a special menu item. Because this isn't going to be a cheap meal, and I realize that. And this is not for everyone, and I realize that too. Okay, so you're looking at the menu right now, and it walks through the courses, so you can see the amuse-bouche, the fish, the appetizer, etc. And they're all built in to that $260 plus the pairings, which is $150. That's $410. With the taxes included is $436, and I'll be tipping on top of that. And I have my beautiful macarons to take home and have tomorrow. No, it is not a cheap meal. It was an experience. I got here at 5:30. It is 8:01, so it's even longer than I expected it to be. I have not even finished. So you're talking 2.5 hours. And if there's multiple people there really having conversation and enjoying each other's time, at least 2.5 hours. It is an evening. It is an experience. It is lovely. And I'm going to finish enjoying this dessert as best I can and maybe see if there's a way to pack up bits and pieces of it, because that chocolate shell is really nice, but I don't know that I can eat it all now. So, if this has helped you figure out how to eat gluten-free, how to have an extraordinarily stellar, high-level experience, please give this a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. And don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?